Hey wrestling fans, welcome back to DirtSheets.com. I'm Zach Brown, with me as always David Martell. This week we're talking about two things. We're going to review Impact from last week, where Rampage Jackson made his debut. And then we're going to also talk about WWE Payback, which is this coming Sunday. We're going to preview the card and give you our thoughts. Yeah. Give us your thoughts too. This is a two-way conversation, right? No. Okay, so let's start off talking about TNA Impact. A lot happened on the show. This is kind of a big show. Let me see. First thing that happened in the night, Bully Ray cut a promo where later Hulk Hogan came out and they went back and forth. Dad, which is, I'm hating the whole father-son or father-in-law and son-in-law thing. It's pretty terrible, but Bully Ray cut a good promo here. I liked all that.
Okay.
And he found out he would be facing Jeff Hardy later in the night.
Jeff Hardy returned.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy returned. That's a big deal. I'm lukewarm about it. I've never liked Jeff Hardy.
Well, you wear his face paint constantly.
No, I don't.
Outside the show, Zach is always painted up.
No. Anyway, and then, let me see. So, a big thing is that the Bound for Glory series is starting soon. People have qualified for being in the Bound for Glory, such as Hernandez. I think that was one of the first matches, if not the first match. Mm-hmm. Hernandez versus Chavo. Hernandez won that match. Robbie E. and Samoa Joe faced off. Samoa Joe won that one. No. Robbie E., thank God he's not in the series yet. I don't know, both of those matches were kind of throwaway in my opinion. They weren't that interesting. I'm interested in the Chavo Hernandez dynamic a little bit. I mean, they're a team, but they're not as cool as we once thought they were.
He didn't teach him everything.
Yeah.
Which
He's for teaching me the Guerrero way.
He didn't teach him how to lose. The Chavo Guerrero way.
Right. I don't get what that's about, but whatever. Glad Hernandez is in the series. I don't think he'll make it very far in the series, but whatever.
At least 12th place.
Yeah. I wish there could be more than 12, honestly. There's way too many wrestlers in TNA.
More than 12.
Well, there's so many wrestlers in TNA.
It's just like King of the Rings.
I know. Okay, anyway, that's besides the point. One match, skipping kind of ahead, one match I really actually dug that was probably the best match of the night, I think, was the six-man tag. There was a six-man tag match with Kenny King and... yeah, exactly. You're putting me. Yeah, you just give me this look. Yeah, recite. Who was in it?
Kenny King.
Oh God. Man, who was in it? Austin Aries and Bobby Roode was on one side, and then James Storm, Gunner, and the newly returned Chris Sabin. That was an excellent match. That's fast-paced style. What TNA is known for. Good X Division style of action. Every guy looked good, I thought. And the match lasted a good amount of time. Everybody got to shine, and that was probably the best thing going on in the show.
Match-wise,
yeah,
it was the best.
It was good. I mean, there's not much story going on there. I mean, each perspective. I mean, there's two feuds combined, obviously, but I mean, the match delivered. Let me see. Storyline-wise, okay. I'm really not a big fan of this whole Abyss Joseph Park duality thing. I mean, it's been going on for a long time. It's just like Abyss's music hits, and it's while Devon is beating up Joseph Park, and we're supposed to believe Abyss is about to come out. Like,
it's impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Abyss is obviously getting a pedicure somewhere.
Yeah, locally. It's just like,
and he doesn't have time for that.
I just don't get, like, okay, any informed fan knows Joseph Park and Abyss are the same.
No.
Shut up.
They're not the same.
Look, it just comes off as goofy, especially if you just know who's who,
It's like saying Dude Love and Mankind are the same person.
Okay, did they ever have Dude Love in the ring and play Mankind's music and The Rock was like, oh, what? No, come on.
They're not the same person. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And neither is Abyss and Joseph.
But did WWE ever do that to where we're supposed to believe, oh, Mankind's about to interrupt a match between Cactus Jack and Triple H? Like, no, like, come on. Like, we're not stupid. Come on.
But they all three were in the same Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and that.
How would they
it's
all
not
be
even
able to fight the
same.
same match?
That
the
look,
same person?
that works because it's like we're in on the joke. It's funny. They're acting like no. The audience is not in on the
What
joke.
joke are you talking about?
Shut up! I'm playing so stupid. I mean, freaking. Yeah, the audience knows, obviously, who Mick Foley is and what his different characters are. And that's why it's funny for him to come out several times in a Royal Rumble match.
So,
it's not funny for Joseph Park to be being beaten up and freaking Devon gets worried about Abyss interrupting them. Like, that's stupid.
why would Devon not be afraid?
Okay, I'm not gonna talk about this. This is just ridiculous. Okay, and then later in the night when Abyss did this whole like serial killer style grabbing Mike Knox in the shadow, that is terrible. And David didn't turn off his phone. You know it. Okay, so. Woo woo woo, now you know David didn't turn off his phone.
Well, I got a text that said they are different people.
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay, other things in the night. No. Not much else stuck out.
The ladder match.
The ladder match, yeah. The ladder match between Bully Ray and Jeff Hardy, obviously. It felt a little weird that they're climbing a ladder to get a ball peen hammer. Yeah. Especially since they can never use it. I mean, like they keep doing these near misses, but they look ridiculous. And you noticed how freaking Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy does this classic thing where someone catches his kick and he hits him with a reverse kick. It's almost like an enziguri, but not really. Obviously, if you've seen Jeff Hardy, you've seen it 100 times. And Bully Ray, in selling it, jumps clean over the ladder on the mat that's on the mat. And jumps clean over it to land in the corner and set up the upcoming nut shot.
So you sit down.
Just beyond ridiculous. And yeah, two set up. It's just like
it seems like Blair wanted his nuts to get hurt.
Right, and it's just like he
was asking for it.
That's something that they did not think out. That it's not well thought out. And then the night ends with Brooke Hogan interrupting Hogan about to clock Bully Ray with another ball peen hammer.
They just have him hanging around.
Yeah, clearly they just
I don't know why Hogan's
hammers to spare. Yeah, I don't know why that is either. Clearly, yeah, right.
Maybe he's the one that gives all the drug exams, and he has to check
maybe so. That was a big question mark. Maybe there's something medical going on in the scene. I don't know. I mean, obviously that's not a new thing for him to be doing. Like, it's not a gimmick. So that was strange. I don't know. Why would he be wearing a glove?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan's not doing that. Something that okay. Before we forget, Rampage Jackson in TNA, he had a stare down with Kurt Angle, the newly minted Hall of Famer Kurt Angle, whatever.
Incredible Hall of Fame. Two people. One person a year. Both of them still wrestle. I mean, they're not.
I know. That's what seems a little goofy that you were saying is that. Does any WWE Hall of Famer still wrestle?
Besides Jared the King Lawler.
Well, that's technical. I mean,
but he's stupid.
Yeah. As for the stare down, though, I really enjoyed that. I know that last week, actually, we were talking about. I was saying no, Rampage and Angle would never square off.
And I said they would.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Well, we don't know if that's going to happen yet. They just had a stare down. But
that was stare down. That would never happen.
I will say I was interested in this interaction. It was the crowd ate it up. So it was interesting. I really like stare downs like that when the crowd's hot. That felt most like the big time. Like in the entire show, that was probably the hottest moment, I'd say. I'm glad Rampage is in TNA. I don't know how he will be dividing his time between Bellator and TNA, or really if he can go full time or what, or if he's going to win titles. But I like his involvement anyway, so it's kind of a win-win. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else that stuck out? The knockout stuff is whatever. It's nothing really.
I don't like women. So.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Taryn Terrell, I like that she's clearly going to be going for the title. That's cool. But really, I mean, what else is there? Okay, so do you want to rate the show?
Sure. I give it a 4.
Woo! Wow!
I was not into it.
Not into it.
Not at all. Maybe it's because I'm really tired.
He is really tired.
Maybe because it wasn't very good.
David's low on sleep right now.
I didn't really care for any of the matches, to be honest.
You didn't even like the 6
It
man?
was okay. It wasn't anything special. Some of the promos were very bad. Definitely the Hogan stuff.
Yeah, the Hogan stuff was
not good. Because there was a point where he just kept going along and you were like, just tell us already. Cause
I know, yeah.
It's like...
So let's just get to it.
All the King's horses and all the King's men.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah, he was just
good at
stalling.
hurt face again.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know. I wasn't into any. I liked the Rampage stuff. That was cool because it would be interesting to see him actually wrestle, see if he can wrestle. Other than that, I mean, I'm not really interested in Aces and Eights. It's kind of cool Jeff Hardy's back because, I don't know, I like their dynamic together personally. They had tons of history. It makes sense with him and Bully Ray. But there's just nothing really very good going on. Nothing I'm really into.
Okay.
You know, I missed last year when we'd have like Austin Aries and Jeff Hardy and Bully Ray kind of all mixing and matching, and that was really good.
That was better, for sure.
And right now there's not any of that. So until there's something better, maybe someone actually going against Ace and Eight's legit, you know, I'm not going to care. I just...
That's fine. I liked it a little more. I'm going to give it a 5.5. Wasn't a perfect night by any means. It had some good matches. Really, most of the matches were middle of the road or poor. I liked how there were a few hot moments, but overall the storylines are weak right now, and it's just not a very good time in TNA. I like Bully Ray as champion, but okay. So now let's talk about WWE Payback. That's coming up this Sunday night, obviously
on pay-per-view.
And let's go ahead and run down the card and say if it's a buy or no buy, really. Okay, so first up, Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. I'm glad this match is finally happening. It sucks to see Ziggler on the sidelines for so long. I mean, that's really all it is. I mean, it's a match that needs to happen. There's really no other clear contender, so it is what it is.
I agree. I mean, this should have happened a while back, but unfortunately he was injured with the concussion.
They kind of just need to get out of the way.
Yeah, I agree. But this could be a very good match, and it'll be good to see Ziggler back in the ring. And,
yes. Obviously, I expect him to retain.
Yeah, he should retain. It should be fairly solid, and we need to move on and get to something different.
Yeah, new contenders is really what should happen. Caitlyn versus AJ Lee in the Divas Championship match.
AJ Lee, who was the secret admirer.
Oh yeah. God, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I like that little skew on the match, but I think Caitlyn will retain.
Think so?
Well, I don't know. It could be interesting to see Dolph and AJ both have gold. That'd be interesting.
I think you should change your mind.
It's tough. I don't know, because AJ, she doesn't wrestle so consistently. So often, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I think this could be good, and I'm going to also say Caitlyn's going to win.
Okay.
Because, like you said, AJ hasn't been really wrestling that often.
Caitlyn's really barely had it, too.
And I just don't see her losing it yet. You know, I can see her beating AJ and AJ going crazy. You know?
I do like that storyline that's going on. It's really the only Diva storyline that's going on is the Caitlyn-AJ rivalry that has been long going since the Chick Busters, obviously.
Or NXT,
I dig it. It's fine.
Season 3.
Yeah. After that, Dean Ambrose versus Kane for the United States title. I don't really even know why this match is happening. It seems like a random opponent.
I actually think this could be very good.
It could be. Oh yeah, totally.
I feel like Dean Ambrose will work well with Kane. I don't know why. I just feel like it's a match that intrigues me.
Yeah.
I don't see Kane winning.
No.
I don't see Dean Ambrose losing the U.S. title here. It's just too soon, and there's still going. Yeah. And but it should be good. I think this could be very good.
Yeah, I think that could be a sleeper hit.
Sleeper hit. Yeah. Unexpected, but
can he hit that justice move on him though?
I think he can.
That front
Dean Ambrose is a very big guy.
Yeah.
People forget how big he is.
But can Kane flop down on his head like that and take it? I don't know that. Kane's huge. Kane. He's what, 6'6"? I don't know.
I don't know.
6'9", 7 feet. I don't know.
4'7".
4'7". I'm looking forward to that match. I think it looks great. But I don't know. It remains to see if we'll buy that pay-per-view. Who knows? The Shield, which is obviously the remaining members of the Shield, versus Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton for the tag titles, obviously. This feels weird. Shouldn't it be Randy Orton swapped?
I think the reason why they're doing this, and it's kind of rumored, someone's gonna turn heel.
I hope it's Orton.
One of them's gonna turn.
God, I hope it's Orton. It would be the perfect timing.
One of them's gonna turn full on heel. A lot of people, or at least some of the speculation, that might be Daniel Bryan because
I'd like that too.
Daniel Bryan's supposedly gonna be feuding with Cena for the WWE title.
Yeah.
And which is great, but
yeah.
Personally for me, I'd rather see Orton because Orton's the guy who needs the most help here.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan is super over right now, and to me, it could still work with his gimmick of trying to prove people wrong. If he's still a good guy trying to get the WWE title with John Cena, you know, he can still play this part. I think it would work, and they're not going to beat the Shield. Shield's going to retain, but they're going to retain because someone's turning.
Could Daniel Bryan turn full heel with the crowd right now?
I don't see that.
Yeah.
He's getting so over. He's been so good as of late.
He'll still get cheered out of the building, I think.
I think so too, and I just think they need to switch it up. Orton needs to be healed. They need him to be healed.
I really hope so, because he's dying to be heel.
Yeah,
behind the scenes. I mean, everyone knows it.
He's just not entertaining as a face.
Mm-mm. He hasn't been entertaining for a long time, so it's time. It's time to switch Orton back. Time, especially with Punk being gone this long. I mean, I know he's coming back this Sunday, but Orton really should have been filling that void, I feel. But
definitely.
Wade Barrett versus Curtis Axel versus The Miz for the Intercontinental title, obviously. I am so glad the Great Khali's not in this match. That's a win. That's a win.
It seems like that's where it was headed.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, okay, and Fandango as well.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. Why isn't Fandango?
Supposedly Fandango's injured. I don't know if it's fake injury or a real injury, but that's the WWE.
Curtis Axel, he's a big. I mean, they're pushing him hard, but this is too soon. The IC title already.
I'm fine with that. This is why I'm fine because The Miz is terrible. Wade Barrett's not interesting right now. This could work for me. It is weird that they're just throwing Curtis Axel into this. Yeah. But
I honestly would have preferred Fandango.
I think this would be great. I think this would be great for Curtis Axel to win this title.
Do you think he'll win?
I think he will. I'm definitely going to say he's going to win.
Okay.
I don't see it going anywhere else.
Yeah, it's tough to say because what is Wade Barrett really doing and what is Miz doing?
Miz is
neither for each man.
Completely awful.
Yeah.
It's been boring. I know.
I
like Wade Barrett, but I just have not been into his work lately.
I know. I feel exactly the same.
But when you're being thrown in the ring with Great Khali and Miz and even Fandango, it's too weird.
Yeah. No, I totally understand what you mean. I'm gonna agree with you. Curtis Axel will probably win because he's the man with the steam behind him going into this. He's had a lot of, obvious generated buzz. But buzz nonetheless, and he's the only one with any steam behind him, so probably, we'll see. I don't know. I honestly wish he could just hang around in the title picture a little bit longer before he would win, but I mean, if the steam is behind him, it's behind him, so it is what it is. And Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. Singles match only.
What can you say?
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably going to be very good. CM Punk returning is awesome.
Yep.
I read somewhere that they might turn Jericho heel too. It doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. That's just speculation. But I think this could be very good. Maybe the match of the night. Obviously,
I think it will be.
They've had good matches in the past.
They've been hyping it too. So
big CM Punk return. It's in Chicago. It's gonna be a big deal. And it's gonna be good. So probably match of the night. And I almost want to.
CM Punk will win.
You think he will win?
Yeah, it's his return match.
It's his return match, but I feel like they want to take him down.
CM Punk will win.
Okay.
He will win.
I can say that too.
Okay. It's the safe choice,
It's a safe choice, but it could really go both ways, I feel.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And finally, John Cena versus Ryback in the 3 stages of hell match. First match being lumberjack match, second match being a tables match, third match being ambulance match.
Terrible. Terrible.
Yes.
And even worse. Even more terrible.
What?
The whole match. I was going through the
Oh yeah, sure. Actually, it's for me, it's terrible, somewhat interesting, terrible. It's a sandwich with some terrible moldy bread. And I don't like either competitor. This is not a good title scene right now.
It's not going to be very good.
No.
Cena's going to win.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind. I'm not into this match.
Yeah, Cena will win. Yeah, for sure. I don't think. I mean, because there's already plans on the road. D-Bry versus Cena. Maybe other people versus Cena. I don't think.
Maybe Cena versus Cena.
Cena versus Cena.
Yeah. Everyone wanted it. Now you have it.
Yeah. Okay, so do you think this pay-per-view is worth buying?
I think it is.
Really?
Actually, going down the card, almost the entire card looks interesting. You know, at least for each. I feel like most of the card looks good, minus the main event.
So you think buy it?
I think it's worth a buy. You got CM Punk in Chicago. You got an interesting Daniel Bryan stuff going on. The U.S. title match looks decent. Intercontinental title doesn't look very good, but Curtis Axel thing could be interesting. Definitely, maybe Triple H gets involved or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting factors to this pay-per-view.
Okay. I think it's a no buy. I think skip it. I think it's all. I think a lot of it's predictable, and I think a lot of the matches that are the high-profile matches are not even interesting. And people I want to see like Ziggler are in a match with Del Rio. I mean, it needs to happen, but whatever. And at the end of the day, I think just a lot of it's predictable and not totally interesting. You can skip it, like honestly. I don't think.
Or you can't skip it.
If you need to see the IC title change hands, go ahead.
That's not any. No one's buying the card for that.
Yeah, exactly. That's
They're
my
buying
point.
it for CM Punk's return.
I don't even think that's a selling point. So.
Wow. So obviously,
CM Punk will be back on Raw next week.
hates all wrestlers.
No, I don't. Okay, so that's it from us at DirtSheets.com. Have a good week in wrestling, guys, and watch Payback if you can. And
Or don't.
And we'll talk about it next week. Later.